I am, if anything, too skinny, and I eat and I eat and I eat, and I don't get any bigger. This is a guy that emailed me, probably a teenager. I've gone on the protein diet and that helped out a lot, but I noticed that if I go a week without working out, like if I get sick, then I lose all the muscle that I took me months to get, and it will literally drop like 5 to 10 pounds in 1 week. How do I prevent that from happening so drastically? So that's the question that he's asking. Now, I want to answer this question. This is a video for all you teenagers. Well, I consider myself a teenager too, mentally, but for all you guys that are just starting to work out, all you kids that might be in high school, or maybe you're starting to work out later, maybe you're 21, 22, 23, it doesn't matter when you start, as long as you do start, but when you do start and you start lifting weights, everybody goes through seasons of life. Now, here's what I have been seeing. Guys that are 30, 40 years old train so much smarter than kids that are 20, 25. And what I mean with that is that guys that are 30 or 40, they know what to expect, and they know that it takes hard work and sacrifice in order to build just a couple of pounds of muscle a year. Now, when you first start working out, you haven't touched a weight in your life, you haven't really lifted weights. You're gonna build muscle like this, boom. Your gains will always be the most when you start working out at first, when you're young. Then your body gets adapted to it, and after that, your gains will be very minimal every year. But it takes a long time. It takes patience. And this goes hand in hand with basically everything in life. If you were to see somebody driving a Ferrari down the street, then it's very easy for you to think that that person was an overnight success. But in reality, that person driving the Ferrari down the street, unless they inherited it, they worked at least 10 years for it, not getting any sleep, broke, eating just oatmeal, maybe top ramen, not knowing what to do, and going through failure, indecision, and doubt. And then eventually they got a breakthrough, and then they made it. Same thing goes for the muscle that you build. You're not going to get huge overnight. That just doesn't happen. And basically the whole moral of the story is that you gotta have a little bit of patience. And I know if you're 17 years old and you're in high school, then that patience might be a little hard. It may be something new to you, but you gotta have that patience. And the last thing that you don't wanna do, for all you kids that are in high school, don't take the pills that are going around high schools these days, like Tren Extreme. Those are like steroids in a pill form. Now, there's steroids and then there's steroids. The steroids is supposed to be injected because then it bypasses your liver and it gets straight into the muscle. But if you take a steroid in a pill form, then it goes into your digestive system. It wreaks havoc on your liver and everything in there. So that's the last thing you want to do. So if you're a kid, 16, 17, say no to all the pills. What you need is patience, because hey, if this doesn't motivate you enough, then just listen to this. If you start taking those steroids, those little pills, those Tren Extreme pills, or whatever is out right now, you're gonna have a hard time pleasing your woman, or whatever your orientation is, when you get 25, 30 years old. Ooh, what kind of life is that? Don't do that. So stay away from the pills. Have an awesome day.